Hey everyone, while obviously a lot of the house actually needs clean before back to school, I had three main areas that needed to hit. The girls' room, their toy room, and this area. This is our library corner. It's a portion of our living room. Let me get away from that fan. It's a portion of our living room that we turned into a school, library, study, miscellaneous educational corner for us to use. As you can see, it kind of needs a little bit of work and I've got to clear it out. I'm gonna go ahead and say I had planned on doing it before we went back to school shopping. Did not happen at all. But now we're gonna tackle it because we have gone back to school shopping and I need stuff to fit over here. So let's see what we can do. So again, it's like a gajillion degrees here in the south and our air quality isn't that great right now. So I've got a fan running right here. If it hits the mic, I'll try to put my hand around it so you don't hear it as much, but there is a fan right here. This little area is basically more for like decorative purposes for us. It's a little plant area that we had made. We were going to put a smaller holder for this plant right here and not fill it as much with rocks, and we're going to have it over here. But as you can see, this kind of became our charging station. We just didn't have room for it and I was afraid of it falling off. So we just went ahead and did that whenever our other thing ended up not coming in. So take care of all that. This area, they actually were cleaning it out, which is why it kind of looks conjumbled. We were cleaning it out a little bit, and they all summer were told they could basically from there down could read any of the books that they wanted as long as they put them back, and they put some of them back. We need to go through this area. So some of the Amazon floppy folders held up fine, and we bought like a big pack. Some of them didn't. And we found that we want to keep floppy folders designated for printing the travel journals that you saw in our last video. And if not, I'll link it. I think I can link the website up here. If not, I'll link it down below. There is a blogger called Year-Round Homeschooling with Misty Leask. I think I'm pronouncing her last name right. If not, I'm sorry, Misty. She has a printable travel folder or travel journal that works really well for travel, and then she also does like other little packets that we print out sometimes to go with other activities that we're doing. And I promise y'all I'm probably going to do a whole nother video just on our travel schooling that we do, but some of those floppy folders held up fine, some didn't. We ordered some extra, or we ended up just going to Walmart and getting all of them. Special ones just for travel, and then special ones just for journaling and creative writing for school purposes whenever they want to. Also, whenever they're doing their math, science, and history and stuff that they actually do still need to write out, even though it's mostly digital, they need floppy folders for them. This down here, I'm honestly probably going to get rid of a bunch of the wooden pencils, because wooden pencils just are not as practical when you're traveling, because you have to pack extras of them. You have to pack a pencil sharpener. I don't know, it just doesn't feel as practical. So we switched to, and because the kids are older, a lot more writing is just easier for them to do, you know, with like mechanical pencils. So we may get rid of like a lot of the wooden pencils and just, I don't know, we will. And then down here is where all of our little bitty stuff is. But this cart needs clean out. It also has some craft supplies, a lot of our paper that we're fixing to put in the folders, a lot of our reading, these are study books. These are study books, recipe book, craft pattern. These are all mostly history and science. Kids coloring area right here. They just redid it, but like that stack keeps falling. I may try to figure out something different for that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. These are their bins that they use. And as you can see, a couple of them fell off the shelf last year because the shelf's not quite deep enough for this, but it works. And they dropped them a couple times, and these are thinner than the ones we just picked up from Walmart, so we're going to switch out and get new bins for at least these three. I may put the extra new bins that we picked up here with where their excess goes. These are science kits. No, the science kits are in our office because we didn't want them broken, and they're heat sensitive, so we kept them in our office that usually we try to keep around 70 and 75 degrees. There are some science stuff, like the beakers are up here that we already had. I want to say, no, the microscope's in our office too, but it's some of our science supplies are up here, some of it not. We're actually probably going to get rid of that set because we bought like a high school approved microscope set. Some of our recipe books up here that the kids are allowed to use for like their kids cooking stuff. And then organize the charging station for their stuff. But yeah, basically go through this. And then whenever we wash our pillow pets, we put them on the fireplace to dry, because it's the one place that seems to, and you would think that it would get dirty when it's drying here, but they don't. It's fine. This is where some of our overflow has ended up whenever we're cleaning stuff out. We're working on trying to find some durable backpacks for the kids to use while going on adventures that aren't like massive, but they're also more durable than just like a regular backpack. So we're going to try to get some of those for the kids. And then like all the backpacks got dumped out here, and so we figured out, we told them they can have one for their small groups on Wednesday nights. That way it's designated just for that, just the stuff they need for that, like their masks, their notebooks, all that. We have one designated for short trips like Dollywood, zoo, stuff like that. And then we want another one for hike. It's basically we need something durable enough for like clipping their canteens on for hiking, holds a change of clothes for hiking, and like a quick dry towel, stuff like that. I need something that can hold stuff for hiking trips or extended trips, like, or camping, you know, stuff like that. So I'm trying to find a backpack that meets that criteria for us. But in the meantime, we're going to clear some of this stuff out and get it cleaned up and start putting our new school supplies in here. While all the back to school supplies are here on the table, we are going to go ahead and work on organizing the new bins to set them up so that whenever we go to start school, everything will already be in them and ready to go. It's almost a week later. We ran into a minor hiccup. Let me turn you on and explain. This shelf right here looks okay right now. Looks great. See the big empty space though? All of this was supposed to fit in that big empty space, except that is the exact number of shelves that this bookshelf came with a year ago. We have literally spent a year, a whole year, trying to find just a shelf to fit in there, just an extra shelf, and we couldn't find a 6-shelf bookshelf to replace it. No, they only come with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is a 6. 7. I need 7. Couldn't find it, so we ended up having to do something else instead. Seemed drastic, but we did it. This upside down box, I just now realized upside down, is a new bookshelf. This is a new bookshelf. We're literally putting in a whole new bookshelf and taking one of the shelves from here because we needed one shelf. Because this was like $89. Just a shelf for that was $35. And a chance that it didn't actually match. Like, look, we have 2 more of them right here. Exact same build. And these worked out fine because we had some bigger books to put on. This one was supposed to be just a bookshelf for the kids reading books. Don't need really big books. And I ran out of room. Seems crazy, but that's why we're a week later finally going to start finishing this, because we had to wait for that bookshelf to come in. It took about a week. So, today we're adding a shelf here and hopefully finding a place to put the other one, because the place where we were going to put it is actually an inch too short. 1 inch. We'll see how it goes. Messy hair, messy face. Several hours later, we finally have at least the shelf in there. We had to unpackage the entire bookshelf, put it together, clean the office for where the bookshelf was going to go. Really, it's been like today. So, finally got the shelf in here. It's there. I'll just turn it around and show you a better pan in a minute. It's there. Looks okay. I really want to get this done tonight because it's our last Saturday before school starts back, or the new school semester starts, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like anxiety because it's like I wanted to be done by dinner. It didn't happen, so now we're just gonna deal with the loud puppy and see how much we can actually finish. Here is how the empty shelf looks right now, so cue some rapid cleaning and organizing. after over a week of working on it and waiting for the shelf to come in, that finally came in after a year and just having to order a second bookshelf to finally get it, we are finished. It's done. I will do that B-roll that you all love at the end of the video. So thank you for watching and check out our corner.